Why, luckily, we have that answer on this Money Monday. Yes, it is Monday, sponsored by Farmers State Bank on these Money Mondays. Joining us, making his 972nd appearance on Everyday Iowa, Mr. Chad Fessler. Good morning, good sir. How's the weather outside?
Not too bad.
Is it still muggy?
Yes, it's very muggy.
Was it raining when you got here?
Not yet.
Okay, good. That's our segment. No, we've got much to get to. We're going to talk about naming a bank your executor. Before we even get there, Chad, tell me, first off, for maybe somebody who's not familiar, who and what is an executor?
An executor is a person or an entity, which could be a bank, which we're here to talk about, that takes care of your estate when you pass away.
Okay, so the next question would be, why would I name a bank? How does somebody name a bank to their executor role?
Great question. So if you have somebody that's not willing or able to act on your behalf as an executor, what you can do is name the bank, and what you do is you put that language in your will. So that language then states, for instance, Farmers State Bank of Marion, Iowa will be my executor. So when you pass, then they get appointed by the court to take care of your estate on your behalf.
So then, okay, I've named the bank as executor, so now what happens? What do you guys do then?
I like to call it spring into action. We get a call from somebody that you've passed, then we get appointed by the court, and then what will happen is we'll work in conjunction with the attorney. We'll get the EIN number for the estate. We'll get some of the beneficiary information, get that going, reach out to the beneficiaries, and then we'll start the process of gathering the assets and working with the companies that hold the assets, and then distributing property as we get closer to a certain timeline. Usually about 4 months when you can start to dole out some stuff.
Now, we've all seen it in movies, we've heard anecdotal stories. Sometimes the process isn't smooth when you're handling an estate. So I'm betting a benefit would be having somebody like a non-binding entity like Farmers State Bank to handle all that stuff.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, a lot of folks think we have an emotional attachment to their father's stuff, or we don't. You know, it's just a job and we take it to where we don't have any type of emotional tie, so it makes it simpler for us to just simply follow our checklist or a process and get through it. And each one's different. So.
What are some of the things that can actually hold up, since we're kind of talking about maybe some of the things that go wrong? What can hold up an estate?
Great question. A lot of things that you wouldn't think of. Personal property tends to be one where people don't know where it goes. Right now I've got a couple of art pieces I'm trying to get rid of, and that's kind of held it up. I've got a Rolex watch I'm trying to sell. So things that are kind of have value, but that are typically not your real easy to get rid of type of thing, like a car or your house. And if you've got a lot of stuff in your house that we've got to clean out, then that can slow it down. Back tax returns, if you hadn't filed your taxes, sometimes people be old, or they get older and they forget to do their taxes, and then we have to catch that up.
Okay.
And things like that.
Well, and I think one of the things that just sprung up in my ears, you're talking about selling a Rolex. The bank is taking care of that. You don't have, all right, Aunt Lucille or Uncle Bill, who always has watched that watch and really wanted it. You guys are that non-bind. You're Switzerland in this whole thing. There you go.
Yep.
I'll make sure you're not. No, I'm kidding. So let's talk about how does somebody prepare their estate for making this decision, like a corporate executor or something like that?
Well, typically what we'll see is people will start to consolidate their assets. So you'll have things all over the place. You'll have a CD at a bank. You'll have a brokerage account here. You'll have all that. Then you start to put it under one roof. It doesn't have to be with the person that's going to be your executor, but you start to get all that stuff in order. That way it makes it very simple to make one phone call and liquidate everything. And then you also start to see people getting rid of stuff, the downsizing, and then getting their affairs in order where they list out everything that they want. Or personal property is a big one where you assign things and put that with the will. That usually helps a lot.
Now, let's say if somebody names a relative, I want my significant other to be my executor. Can we still name you guys as a successor or as an executor as well?
Yeah, we could be co-executor, and we can also be succession executor.
Okay.
We've had that in the past. So.
There you go. All right, two final questions. If somebody wants to, we've talked about the benefits. You guys don't have the emotional ties to it. How does the process start? Where do you start? with this whole thing?
You go to your attorney, and your attorney will ask who do you want to be your executor. You can name us, or you can name a family member. As you mentioned before, we can be successor. So that's where you start, is you get that document naming us,
Okay.
and that'd be your will, naming us as the executor.
And you guys can do stuff in Iowa. Can you do out of state as well?
We can deal with beneficiaries out of state. We typically won't deal with estates out of state.
Okay, gotcha. And then there's the final question right there. Best place to get a hold of you, and how do we do that?
myfsbonline.com. We have a web page directly dedicated to the wealth division of Farmer State Bank. Our information's there to get a hold of us, and I'm at the main bank there in Marion.
Always good to see you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for making time this morning for us, Chad. Next time, 9,779th appearance on Every Day, so stick around for that. When we come back, we're